Hey everybody, it's Weston checking in from the Bell Bros TCG editing dungeon. This is where I make the videos and where I'm going to record an impromptu video from today. So I was looking at our uploads, realizing that it's been a whole calendar year since we released the video, and thinking about what we could do, what kind of inspiration I was feeling to make a new video. And lo and behold, what should I encounter at the store but this little product right here? This is a MetaZoo blister pack containing two brand new, freshly printed MetaZoo packs and a promo card. That's right, these are newly printed MetaZoo packs from the game's revival. If you've watched the channel before, you might have seen our MetaZoo video before, where we talked about how MetaZoo Games was shutting down, probably in large part due to that video. Somebody decided to revive it, so you're welcome. And here we are now with new MetaZoo cards on the shelves. I'm going to be honest with you. I completely stopped keeping up with this game. A lot of other things started going on in my life, and I couldn't handle juggling that many different card games, playing them, recording videos, any of that kind of stuff. I checked out of MetaZoo. I had no idea that this had occurred until I saw it on store shelves. And now here we are with it in hand, ready to unbox. And if you watched my previous MetaZoo video again, you probably have some sense of how I'm feeling about this while it's still in the packaging. That promo card does not look like a MetaZoo card to me. It looks like a Bandai trading card game card, like Dragon Ball or One Piece or something. So, but maybe it's just the promo card that's that way. I don't know. We're going to unbox this. We're going to see what's in it. At the very least, it's exciting that MetaZoo's been brought back. But let's get into it. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so we've got two new expansion packs. It looks like this one is just called MetaZoo. This must be the base set. Of course, they've kept the sort of cryptid theme for the game. I will say, it looks like the core concept of the game is very much intact here in this revived version. And then we've also got, if that's a base set, then this is probably some kind of expansion set, Torrential Tides, featuring a Yeti. And some other blurbs about the game of MetaZoo. I will say right there, it says our old friend, the Loveland Frogman. So, and Sewer Alligator. I had a Sewer Alligator deck. So, okay. So, let's see what we pull after we take a look at this Mothman in a little bit closer detail. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the foiling. The foiling is cool. The art style is a little even more Pokemonified. I think one of the criticisms of this game in the beginning was that it was like a Pokemon ripoff. That seems even more true looking at this art here. And then, like I said, very much like a Bandai card templating. Like, this looks like it could be a Dragon Ball card or a One Piece card or a Digimon card pretty easily. And not that there's anything wrong with those games. That's just not what MetaZoo cards were like before. And I bet, yeah, this is not the same card back as old MetaZoo cards have. Not even particularly close. I don't have an older MetaZoo card handy, I don't think. But I'll put a MetaZoo card back up for comparison. This is very much not the same. Although, again, like I said, this could just be a promo card. So let's open a pack. Let's open the base set here. Yeah. All that same card back. So my presumption, based on what I know of other card games, is that since these don't have the same card back as the old MetaZoo cards, they're not playable together. You can keep your old MetaZoo cards and collect them, but they will never be playable again. So if you liked the game before the revival, you're out of luck. Those aren't the cards that you're going to be playing with anymore. Now, a lot of them probably have reprints or retrains to kind of try to update them into the new game system. But man, that is just that's a real bummer. As someone who wanted this game continued saved at one point, it's a real bummer to see it done this way, where the old cards and probably really all of the old game mechanics, looking at the new cards, it seems safe to say that a lot of the mechanics of the old game are not going to survive. It's basically just an entirely new game with the same core concept and the same trademark name. So let's take a look at what's actually in these packs. Ghost Deer. Ghost Deer was a cool card in the old MetaZoo. Wingok. Power Cell. Get my fingers out of the way. South Mountain Caves. This is the new Terra cards. Mantis Man. Stormbringer. This is a vanilla creature. I don't think there were any vanilla beasties in the original MetaZoo game. Flaming Spear of Pain. Puckwudgie. Goofus Bird. Let me hold these up a little higher. My bad. I'm not good at opening packs on camera. I'm not experienced at this at all. Cumberland Dragon. Cool card. Piazza Bird. There's an iconic MetaZoo card. And Spark, which is a token. I mean, first impressions through one pack, these are very different cards than the old ones. The mechanics look to be very different from the original game, and the art style has really changed a lot, which I think a lot of people are going to be pleased by that. I understand that the original cards had a really polarizing art style. I happen to really enjoy it, so that's disappointing to me. Okay, there's one pack down. Pack number 2. Let's see what we got. Air in a bottle. Like lightning in a bottle, but air. Earth in a bottle. Like lightning in a bottle, but earth. Lightning in a bottle was so good that I don't remember if they had the other elements in bottles as well. Caitlin Cardoza. Cyclops. That's a fun art there on the Cyclops. I mean, again, not at all similar to the original game's art, but it is fun. Headless Coal Miner. Mike the Headless Chicken, gin, regular old gin, pizza slice, a hollow Terra, hemlock forest. It looks like there's two of these foil slots that can be like any rarity maybe, and then a foil rare, which in this case is Tatsu, the Stormcaller. I actually kind of like that art too. It doesn't look bad. Again, it doesn't look like MetaZoo. It looks like Cardfight Vanguard, but in and of itself, it's not a bad piece. And then Water Aura. We didn't get an aura in the first pack. So that's 2 packs of MetaZoo down. Get my rare beasties out here. So I don't want to hate or naysay this too hard. I'm sure there are people who played MetaZoo in its original incarnation and are very happy that it's been revived and are going to be very happy to play with these new cards. And for those people, I say more power to you. That's awesome. I love to have more people in card game spaces than less. Like that's great, genuinely. I felt very minimal to no joy opening these packs of the revived MetaZoo game, and this is probably where my involvement with the game is going to end. If I were to play a game that used this kind of card templating, and from what I can tell, these kind of card mechanics, I would play one of the other ones, Dragon Ball Super or One Piece. Again, it just looks very similar as far as the templating and the game design goes to those games, and I would prefer myself probably rather play those games. So that's disappointing for me. It doesn't have to be disappointing for you. I hope you enjoyed the video at the very least. Maybe you didn't realize that this even existed like I did, in which case, good for you. Now we're both aware. But yeah, I think this is the end of my road with the MetaZoo card game. And I unfortunately have realized since I made my last video and kind of gauged some of the community reaction, not only to what I put out, but to the news in general, I think there were probably even less people who actually wanted to play that game in its original incarnation than I even realized at the time. I really do think, for the most part, people were buying it to collect and to invest. So it makes sense that somebody buying it and trying to turn it into a more playable card game would copy what other card games have done well and been successful with, rather than keeping what made MetaZoo unique, but also was not attracting people who actually genuinely wanted to play the game. So I can't say it's an unforeseen outcome for it to have turned out this way, but it is still pretty disappointing. If you want to watch videos about other card games, you can check them out on our channel, Bell Bros TCG. And I hope I'll see you again in less than a year. See ya.